You know, after 43 years on this bench, I've seen divorce cases turn into battlegrounds where love once lived, the hiding of assets, the forged statements, the desperate attempts to rewrite history so one side walks away with everything. But on that scorching June afternoon in Phoenix, a husband sat before me in a divorce proceeding, calmly swearing under oath that his net worth was barely $40,000 after years of bad investments and supporting the family. His soon-to-be ex-wife, who had raised their 3 children while he built a successful contracting business, believed him at first, until I uncovered, in under 2 minutes, a hidden offshore account, secret cryptocurrency wallets, and a second property he'd transferred to his brother the week before filing. When the truth hit the courtroom like a freight train, the entire case flipped, his composure shattered, and the man who thought he could outsmart the system was left staring at the floor in stunned silence. This wasn't just about dividing money. This was about a husband who had spent 22 years of marriage convincing his wife she was bad with finances, while quietly siphoning off 6-figure sums, planning to leave her with almost nothing after she had sacrificed her own career to raise their family. The revelation didn't just change the property division, it changed the entire moral landscape of the marriage in front of everyone who witnessed it. Before I take you through every jaw-dropping second of that hearing, hit that subscribe button right now. Seriously, click it, because stories like this expose how far some people will go to protect their secrets and how fast justice can move when the evidence is undeniable. Drop a comment telling me, have you ever suspected a partner was hiding money during a breakup? You're going to feel every twist in this one. I've been a Superior Court judge in Maricopa County, Arizona since 1982. That's 43 years of presiding over dissolutions where the courtroom becomes the last place couples speak honestly. Every morning I arrive at 6:50, brew my coffee, dark roast, no sugar, the way my father drank it after 30 years in construction, and sit for a few minutes to remind myself that behind every asset list is a human story. My clerk, Carla, who's been with me for 26 years, can spot a liar from across the room. That June morning, she handed me the dissolution file and said quietly, "Judge, husband's financial disclosures look suspiciously clean. Wife's attorney is asking for forensic accounting, and the husband, he's too calm." The file was thick. Petitioner, David Harlan, 48, owner of Harlan Construction, LLC. Respondent, Laura Harlan, 46, former marketing coordinator turned full-time homemaker. Marriage, 22 years. 3 children, 19, 16, 12. Community property state. David claimed total assets of $42,800, checking 1 car, retirement account, debts of $18,000. Laura claimed the business was worth millions, that David had hidden income, and that he'd recently transferred a vacation cabin to his brother for $1. She asked for spousal maintenance, child support, and an unequal division due to economic fault. The courtroom was packed, family on both sides, David's business partner in the gallery, Laura's sister glaring daggers. At 2:15 p.m., Carla called it, in re the marriage of Harlan, DR 225-01947. David entered in a crisp polo and slacks, confident smile, flanked by his attorney. Laura came in wearing a simple navy dress, hair pulled back, eyes tired but determined, clutching a binder of documents she'd prepared herself after her lawyer withdrew due to unpaid fees. I started with the standard. "Mr. Harlan, you've submitted financial affidavits claiming community assets of approximately $42,800. Is that accurate?" He nodded smoothly. "Yes, Your Honor. Business has been slow. I've had to liquidate investments. Everything is disclosed." Laura's voice cut in softly. "He's lying, Your Honor. He transferred our Lake Havasu cabin to his brother last month for $1. The business invoices show 6-figure contracts he never reported, and there's crypto. He bragged about it to our oldest son." David's attorney objected. "Speculation, Your Honor." I overruled. "I'll allow it. Mr. Harlan, have you transferred any real property in the last year?" David leaned back. "Yes, the cabin. It was my separate property, bought before marriage with my inheritance. I transferred it to my brother because he needed a place to live. No big deal." Laura spoke again. "It was bought during marriage, mortgage paid from joint account. Title was in both names until 3 weeks ago." I turned to David. "Do you have the deed showing separate property?" He hesitated. "It's complicated." I had Carla pull up the county recorder's online records. Public document, displayed on screen, deed recorded June 2nd, transfer from David and Laura Harlan to David's brother for $10, not $1, small lie already. but the original purchase deed from 2008, joint tenancy consideration $320,000, financed jointly. I looked at David. Sir, this shows joint ownership. You signed a quitclaim transferring your interest without your wife's signature or court approval. That's a violation of the automatic temporary orders in every Arizona divorce case. You're under court order not to transfer community property without consent or order. David shifted. I thought it was separate. I continued. Now let's address the business. Your tax returns show gross receipts of $1.2 million last year, net profit $320,000, yet your affidavit claims personal income of $48,000. Where did the rest go? David's attorney jumped in. Business expenses, Your Honor. Reinvested. I pulled up bank statements Laura had subpoenaed, statements David's counsel had tried to quash but I'd ordered produced. Highlighted transfers of $45,000, $60,000, $80,000 to a crypto exchange wallet over 14 months, then smaller transfers to a foreign bank in the Cayman Islands. The courtroom went dead quiet. David's face drained of color. I addressed him directly. Mr. Harlan, in the last 2 minutes, we've seen an improper transfer of community real property, unreported business income, hidden cryptocurrency purchases, and transfers to an offshore account. Do you wish to amend your financial affidavit now, or do you stand by the original $42,800 claim? He opened his mouth. No sound. Then, quietly, I need to speak with my attorney. I nodded to his counsel. They whispered furiously. The attorney stood. Your Honor, we request a brief recess to review. I denied it. No recess. We're in the middle of testimony. Mr. Harlan, you're under oath. Answer the question. David looked at Laura, for the first time with something like fear instead of smugness. I moved some money to protect it from her spending. Laura gasped. My spending? I haven't bought a new dress in 8 years. You bought a boat we never used. Took golf trips with clients, upgraded your truck twice, I interjected. Mr. Harlan, hiding assets during dissolution is economic misconduct. It can result in an unequal division, sanctions, and potentially referral to the county attorney for perjury and fraudulent conveyance. David's shoulders slumped. I panicked. I thought if I hit it, I could start over. I turned to Laura. Mrs. Harlan, what do you seek today? She spoke through tears, but clearly. The house, the cabin returned, half the business value, spousal maintenance until the youngest graduates high school, and attorney fees, even though I don't have a lawyer anymore. I just want fairness for me and the kids. I ruled without hesitation. The court finds petitioner has committed economic misconduct by concealing assets, making false statements under oath, and fraudulently conveying community property. The Lake Havasu property is declared community and ordered reconveyed to the marital estate within 30 days or face contempt. The cryptocurrency and offshore accounts are to be traced by a court-appointed forensic accountant at petitioner's sole expense. Temporary orders modified. Petitioner shall pay temporary spousal maintenance of $4,200 per month and child support per guidelines. Final division will be unequal in favor of respondent to offset the misconduct. 65-35 split of community property. Attorney fees awarded to respondent in the amount of $28,500, payable within 60 days. Matter set for status conference in 90 days after forensic report. I banged the gavel once. Sharp. Court stands in recess. David sat motionless. Laura let out a small, shaky breath, not triumph, but exhaustion mixed with vindication. As she gathered her papers, her sister hugged her. David's business partner quietly left the gallery. No one spoke to David. 4 months later, Laura wrote me a note. Judge, the accountant found another $180,000 hidden. The cabin is back in my name. The kids and I are staying in the house. He's paying support. It's not perfect, but for the first time in years, I feel seen. Thank you for those 2 minutes that changed everything. David lost the business in the final decree. Laura kept majority control. He's paying restitution. Word is he's in therapy. Stories like this etch themselves into you. A husband can hide money for years, but truth finds its way out, often faster than anyone expects. 2 minutes of evidence can flip a case, a marriage, a future. If this fired you up, if you believe hidden assets should never win, hit that like button, subscribe for more courtroom moments where secrets get exposed, and share this with anyone going through a divorce who feels gaslit about money. Comment below, would you have forgiven a spouse for hiding $200K or fought like Laura? Thank you for listening. God bless. Justice doesn't need days or weeks. Sometimes 2 minutes is enough when the truth is ready to speak. Check the next video. Another divorce bombshell is waiting. Take care of yourself in hard times. You deserve to know the full picture.